Do you have some days where you wake up and you feel extremely tired? Or some days where you're really happy and then a couple of hours later, you're sad? Or you find yourself eating 3 and 4 bags of potato chips or wanting to drink excessively alone? Are you suffering from depression? A lot of people do, and they don't even watch for the signs. So this week in Motivation and Confidence, we're going to talk about how to manage depression. Stay tuned. All right, everybody worldwide, you're now tuned into Motivation and Confidence, where we help you do your daily best. And I'm your host, Tom Danger. And this week, we're going to talk about how to manage depression. And this is a very complex subject, but I know that I have listeners, friends, and family who struggle with depression for various reasons, and there are several different types of depression. I believe the type that I'm going to speak about is atypical. You can look it up online, but it's more I want to say a general type of depression. And just for the sake of defining or clarifying to some people who may not know what depression is in a definitive sense, people just say I'm depressed, but it is a state of feeling of being depressed. It's a mood or disorder which is marked by sadness, inactivity, difficulty in thinking or concentration, increase or decrease in appetite and time spent sleeping, feelings of dejection, hopelessness, and sometimes suicidal tendencies. Okay. Let me preface this by saying I am not a licensed professional. This is not medical advice that I am giving. This is just, as the rest of the podcasts or the rest of the episodes, me sharing my stories and providing listeners with some tools that they can use to deal with things on a daily basis and to help you do your daily best. So I got a letter. Let me stop. Let me start here. Okay, take a step back. Looking at the internet sometimes, in all of its illusions, can be depressing. And I'll sort of put myself out there for a second. A person may look at my Instagram or Facebook page and say, hey, this guy is always eating healthy. He's exercising and, he has the perfect family and, he always looks as if he's into the arts and always has something going on and just looks like everything is so perfect. But in fact, it's the total opposite. Okay. I have several things that I struggle with, and I've spoke previously, one being anger issues. At one point in my life, I had a very challenging time to control my temper. And I took it upon myself to seek therapy, not once, not twice, but 3 times, until I felt comfortable to the point to where I could manage my anger. I'm happy to say that at this point in time, it's not something that bothers me as much as what it used to, or gets out of control as much as what it used to. I've learned how to manage it, so that's one. 2, I have several struggles that I deal with within my family. I've spoke about this before as well. I deal with elder care, I deal with child care, I deal with marriage and self-care, and at times juggling and balancing all of those different things and being so much to so many different people in itself can be a challenge. And I think that at times I go in and out of depression. And I think part of the reason why I always exercise and do my best to eat properly, and I've continually had challenges with sleeping for long periods of time. I don't sleep for a long period of time. I usually take a nap and go back to sleep and sleep 4 hours or so, but that's my thing. But the reason why I focus on those other positive things, it is to offset all the crap that I have to deal with. Because sometimes when, especially in elder care, and when the health of your elders are not in the best of states, it can actually wear on you. Like it's almost like a transfer of energy. When you're around people who are ill all the time, sometimes you start to feel as if you're getting ill too. And also, I know that historically in my family, we suffer from high blood pressure, diabetes, heart problems, obesity. And I wanted to create a lifestyle to where I knew that I was doing the best that I could to make sure that I could manage those things and not let it get out of control because I have so many people dependent on me. So that's my illusion, so to speak, of the internet. And then you have other people on the internet that just also, standing on the outside looking in, you think that they have a perfect life. And I'm pretty sure that all of the perfect pictures that are openly modified, you get a lot of people say that they will enhance their selfies, and a lot of phones come with the features now where you can slim your face and slim your body, and you make people think that you look a particular way when you're not. And or people who look as if they're in the gym all the time and they have the perfect body and they have the six pack, and other people who look as if they have certain luxuries and they're always traveling and they have all of these nice cars and jewelry and houses, when in fact a lot of it is really a facade. So you can't allow yourself to get engulfed in the illusion, right? It's more or less for entertainment purposes only. I don't think that it's for reality. If you want to use it for networking and when you find people of similar interests, that's all good. But don't get stuck in just gazing at those people who look as if they have it all, because in fact, they don't have it all. So that's my take on the illusion of the internet and how it can affect depression. Because sometimes looking at all these other things online, you start feeling like crap about yourself. You're like, well, dag, like I'm not living my best life. I'm not making the money that I should be making. I'm not traveling. And, you just push yourself down into this place to where you have to dig yourself out of. And it puts you in a very depressed state. So I recently received a letter from a family member who's incarcerated. And I do not judge him for what he's doing, and I spoke about this before, but recently the letter states part of what his case is, and he also mentioned to me, or wrote in the letter, that he's looking at facing 203 years. Now, this was a 10-page letter, and when I read that line, it was only up to, I want to say, page 2, and it shook me. Like, I don't usually get startled very easy, but in this particular case, it shook me something awful. And when it shook me, like, I just suddenly got sad. This is a young man, very talented. I'm pretty sure he's made some bad decisions and now he has to pay for it. But just reading that, it took me to a place to where, like, I don't know, like with all the things that I have going on and stuff, like I felt bad. And I say that to say, when you feel yourself reaching that state, take a break, take a step back. Like, I stopped reading the letter at that point because I didn't want it to further affect the time that I was spending with my family, because usually I'm always at work, and I didn't even mention the stress that you may go through at work and how you should manage that. But in reading that, it just took me to a dark place. It took me to a place to where it felt as if like I can't help. Like I didn't want to move. I didn't really want to do anything. I sort of just wanted to cry. It just made me feel that bad. And it's not me who's going through it. I'm pretty sure that he feels a particular way. And he expressed to me how he battles with depression while being incarcerated. And when I asked him how he deals with it, and he basically said, by communicating with you. He's like, you're the highlight of my week, because I speak to him on the phone once a week. And he's like, when I write you letters, it just gives me hope. And part of the reason that I'm sharing this is because sometimes we don't realize the role or the impact, and forgive me, I'm getting my thoughts together. We don't realize the role or the impact that we play in other people's lives. It can be something as simple as listening. You know, a person can come to you, and we may call it dumping, but, you know, a person just may be venting. And by us listening, we're actually helping each other, right? And I invite you to share your questions or concerns. You know, you can send me an email. I have some other people that have reached out to me, and I'll respond to you. I know a little people feel eerie about sending an email and all that stuff, but if you are looking for, you know, again, just general practical advice or just a sounding board, I'm here. TommyDanger@gmail.com, TommyDanger @gmail.com, or you can subscribe to the emailing list that's on the website, tomdanger.com, TOMDANGER.com, and you could sign up there. I'll start sending out, if you don't follow me on social media, I send out a lot of quotes and stuff like that. And even with the quotes, and I'm a little bit all over the place here, like I know that other people have reached out to me and they say, I appreciate what you're doing. Sometimes, again, we don't realize the impact that we have on other people's lives. So just by posting positive quotes on a daily basis, and it sort of just sparks a thought within someone else to say, hey, yes, if I'm having a tough day, just keep pushing. Or, yeah, I see you working out, and, you know, you were injured for the past 5 months, but you didn't stop. You know, you modified your diet and you modified your workout routine, and now you're back to running. You give me hope, you know. And that's the impact that I want to leave. When it's all said and done, I want people to be able to look at this footage and listen to these podcasts and really feel as if that there is, or there are tools out there in which you can self-help yourself. Again, I'm no professional. I'm just a guy that's been through a bunch of things, and I continually persevere and push through it. And I'm a fighter. I have my bad days. I have my good days, but I just do the best that I can with the hand that is dealt to me. And I'm going to have some special guests on the show that are going to further delve into the topic and help us further dissect it and get into the various types of depression and what are some signs to look for and how you can deal with it. But again, this is just me giving my take on, you know, I have 5 things here that you can basically do to manage your depression. And one is watch for the signs. You know, if you see swift changes in your mood and you're not really sure why, you know, you're happy for, you know, you're happy at one moment, and then 10 minutes later or an hour later, you're completely sad or you're angry. Like, look for the shifts in your mood. Pay attention to your sleeping habits. your thoughts, right? It's very important to pay attention to your thoughts. And I believe we spoke about intention, right? So if you feel as if like you want to harm yourself, talk to somebody. You can talk to somebody. I can't stress that enough. And in talking to somebody, that may require for you to get professional help. I'm not really big on medicine, so I can't really speak too much of that. That's the second step. So first one is watch for signs. The second step is get some help or get treatment. The third thing is healthy eating. Don't try to go crazy and do these quick diets. Just like if you're not a heavy fruit and vegetable person, just find one of your favorite fruits and just eat that one piece of fruit every day. If it's only one vegetable you like, find that one vegetable and start simple, start small. Just have that one fruit and that one vegetable every day. And then slowly try to incorporate different things. I pretty much have been vegetarian for almost a year now. And I feel a lot better. Again, my blood pressure is lower, but that's just me. I don't want people to feel as if they have to follow a particular fad or you got to go extreme. No, just eat your fruit and vegetables. Okay. Exercise. Again, if you're not into exercise, do short walks. If you're driving somewhere, park a longer distance away, a couple of parking spots further, and then walk to your destination. Or if you're taking a train, you don't really walk that much, just get off the train stop before where you're supposed to get off and walk like that. Or if during your lunch break and you're in a large office building, just walk around the floor. Just do something light. In the morning you can get up and stretch for a couple of minutes. Big on meditation. So more than anything, if you have the time and you can sit still for 5 minutes and just do some breathing techniques, that should help you out a lot too. And lastly is support. Make sure that you surround yourself with the support that you need. Friends, family, professionals. Stay away from people who are speaking negative, people who are contributing to negative behaviors, people who are involved in negative activities, because all that's going to do is just further worsen whatever you're going through. So you don't want to do that. All right. So that's my short take or introduction into how to manage depression or how to manage your depression. And as always, please like, subscribe, and share. And Motivation and Confidence, where we help you do your daily best. Thank you for tuning into Motivation and Confidence, where we help you do your daily best. Like, subscribe, or leave a comment. Check us out on various platforms: Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Overcast, Castbox, SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, TuneIn, or Alexa Media. Motivation and Confidence, Volume 1, How to Start Your Ideas. Tommy Danger, Now Living Man. So we have this concept of a ebook with a soundtrack, right? And I thought it was really cool because Motivation and Confidence comes from the podcast that we deliver on a weekly basis. It talks about everyday topics in life and how you could basically strategize and deal with different challenges that you may have.